the Sustainable Design Practice Leader for SKM globally. What we're doing is we are engineering, science and project delivery firm with offices across the globe, 40 offices globally and over about 6,500 employees. Well, I think what's really important about the conference today is retrofitting for energy efficiency is a really important aspect for our future. And what I found interesting by the conference is that it's a diverse subjects being covered, not only about products but also the way tenants and building owners are implementing strategies and initiatives in energy efficiency retrofitting. So really interesting program, and I think it was really good. Well, the lessons that I learned, sometimes you think you do everything and you know everything, and the lessons that I learned from the conference so far is that it is not only from an engineering or consultant and science perspective that we have to address this problem of energy efficiency. It comes from people that own the buildings, there's even contractors. We had some contractors presenting today showing us really how they're going a bit further implementing initiatives. So the lessons I learned is that on a broad scale is that every stakeholder is actually taking the step to implement best practice outcomes. Well, the common constraints, I think what I also presented was for us, and what I identified in the industry really is, the one is what is your value for money. It's very easy to say, okay, let's get the building and put in new initiatives, and you can spend thousands of dollars, but one of the constraints that comes up time to time is, even if you're a tenant or you're a building owner, is what is my value for money, and if I spend this amount, what is the type of energy reduction we're going to achieve, and really, is it making business sense? That is a common constraint that you find everywhere, and you find that sometimes retrofitting of the buildings doesn't happen 100% the correct way, or because there's always a budget constraint. The other one is then the physical aspects. The physical aspects is the buildings itself. If you retrofit buildings, it means existing buildings. It's not easy because you've got systems that doesn't work, you've got the building fabric, you've got the buildings that's old. So that is really constraints to overcome, and important to take into account is the two sides of things. The one is actually the systems or the plant and equipment, and the other one is really the building itself. So it's fabric and how it responds to the client. Very important aspect and a major constraint to get your energy efficiency up. And then lastly is really it's people, it's behavior, it's the people that's doing the project. Sometimes we haven't got enough resources, we haven't got enough time to do it. You get always project programs that's crunched and have to happen very quickly, and that's another constraint. So overcome these constraints is really identified right up in front, get all stakeholders to buy in, and also make sure that you actually apply good project management on your projects. The best case is really identify where is your greenhouse gas emissions in your business. Who's the biggest culprits? Businesses, it's not always buildings, just buildings, but if you think of a business as a whole operating system, so you need to identify where is your most greenhouse gas emissions coming from, and then if you want to target good reductions in your greenhouse gas emissions, identify where you have to reduce it. And then the business cases frame it as actually showing to the business or to the board level what is your best value for money. So if you spend money, what is the energy reduction, and really then also what does it mean for the business. I think the old line is get the biggest amount of outcome for the money you spend. That is what you're looking at in framing a business case, and make it as simple as possible.